Alright. Welcome back, guys. So in this video I'm going to be showing you some of my NES pickups, so I'll get straight into it without further ado. First one up is Godzilla for the NES. Now this is a cracking game. If you've never played it, you have to. It's monsters beating the shit out of each other in big cities, smashing buildings and whatnot. Now there is a brand new Godzilla which I'm not too fond of, and it's a $60 game, £40 game, but I'm really not a fan of it, at least with the NES version. I know it's very primitive by today's standards and the graphics aren't exactly amazing, colours are very limited on it, and you know, it's not the best representation of a Godzilla. But this came out in 1992, which is towards the end of the life of the console, and this is something I can always pick up and just play, and I always really enjoyed playing it as well. Another one that's probably a little bit rarer now is Alfred Chicken. I'm not even sure whether this came out in the US, but I know it came out in Europe. And again, this is towards the end of the life of the console. It was 1993 when this one came out. It's also on the Super Nintendo and it's also on Game Boy, I believe. But this is a fun little platformer and it's definitely worth picking up. If you see it, just get it, just buy it. Another one which is licensed by Sunsoft is Batman the video game, a game that I loved this as a kid. This and Return of the Joker for the Game Boy, and the actual Batman Return of the Joker cart as well for the NES. It's a really great game. It's well programmed, it's challenging, but I think in parts it's very fair, and if you beat this one, you know that you've really had a good game, and you know you'll remember this. When I was a little kid, I loved the film, and so playing this was just like a dream come true. Another licensed game, this time by HAL Labs. New Ghostbusters 2. This is a lot better than the original Ghostbusters that came out on the NES. So it's more of a sort of an action, I guess you could say platformer in parts. But it's not too bad. It's not the best Ghostbusters game, but it's sure as hell not the worst. The first one was terrible compared to this. But I got that very, very cheap, couple of pound. And I've got another licensed game, this time by JVC, and it's a Star Wars game. Now the original Star Wars for the NES was a fun game. It was challenging in parts. It didn't exactly follow the films, as you know. You can see a lot of different footage out there, a lot of playthroughs of this. But it was a great game, and it was one that I've always wanted for my collection. I picked this up a little while back and I completely forgot to actually include it in one of my pickup videos, but it's a clean cart, it's well looked after, and happy that this is part of my collection. And there was a follow-up to that, which was again produced by JVC, and it's The Empire Strikes Back. This is a game that's very difficult to get hold of, and it is quite a rare game. You don't see this every day. I don't even think it came out in most parts of Europe. This is a PAL B, so this is actually German. And the thing with the PAL region is that if you look at all of them, they've got little numbers like this at the top right hand corner. It's got NES-EK-FRG. Looking at the listing online, you can see that this is actually a German game, so it actually came out in Germany. Now I haven't even tested it or played it as yet, but I will do. But I'm more interested in the gameplay, because I know like even the text on there is probably not going to be the most sort of expansive in terms of like storytelling. So this is a Battle of Hoth and I just want to play it. This is a game that I really wanted as a kid. And unfortunately there wasn't a follow-up, at least in Europe, and I don't think there was one in North America for Return of the Jedi. Instead they went straight to the Super Star Wars series, so Super Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and then Return of the Jedi. So we kind of missed out on Return of the Jedi, but yeah, at least we got those two. And the next one is the Addams Family. Now if you like puzzle platformers, and the Addams Family, this is made by Ocean, so they're fairly known for their games. This was actually a really fun little platformer, but this is one that's definitely worth the money. I paid like about £3 for this. It goes for a lot more than that, but you know, when you see a bargain, you just snag it. Okay, some more. So we've got Facts Anado, and this was, I guess in a way I kind of saw this as a Legend of Zelda, a bit of a Legend of Zelda clone. So it is an adventure game. It came out in 1988. I've also got a boxed version of this as well, which is complete in box. Daggers and winged boots, mantras and monsters await you. So again, you're collecting objects, you're speaking to various people, and you're defeating those monsters as well. So it's a cool one for your collection. Not a bad game. Bit more of an arcade hit now is Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja, made by Ocean. They made quite a few action sort of arcade hits, and this is great with the NES Advantage. Works really well with that as well. It's a side-scrolling kind of beat 'em up, so it is